Hey YouTube, Monty53 here. Happy Saturday. Coming to you a day early than I normally want to. Got a lot going on tomorrow, so I thought I'd find some time today and do a video and tell you that one of my funny stories. Hopefully you find it funny. I promised a lot, so I'm hoping to deliver. But first, smoking. This is a Savinelli. I don't know if you can see that blue tint in there. It's 111 KS. And in it, "20-year, what is that? Smoking pipes flake." First, I want to give a big thank you and shout out to Smoke Swag. Earlier this week, he gave me a big shout out on his channel, and I really appreciate it, and encouraged people to come to my channel and check it out, and gave me some really nice compliments on some of the stories that I've been doing. And I really want to thank a lot of you for commenting and subscribing and viewing my videos and saying that a lot of these stories are funny and keep you entertained and you can't wait for the next one. Very encouraging. I do appreciate it. One of the things I noticed getting into these videos, and I noticed it when watching other people, sometimes their pipes go out because they're so busy talking. They're the ones hosting the video, and they're not enjoying their pipe. So I'm trying to take a little bit of watching other people slow down when I'm talking and enjoy this smoke as well. It's been a crazy week and a half, but really this past week was the brunt of the craziness. On was it Tuesday or Wednesday, I did a video. Wasn't planning on doing it, but I just needed to kind of vent. A lot of people found it entertaining. Those three crazy people at work in the office building that I work in, just I felt like they should just go home. Don't be in that building. You make other people nervous. Not so much about the virus, just with their craziness. But after Tuesday, it calmed down. I didn't run into anybody that was really just acting weird. But what happened with us at work, like most people out there, we ended up Thursday about midday. They sent out an announcement that they were shutting down the office. And for majority of us, if not all, we're able to work from home. My job, normally I can't work from home. The requirement is to be in the office, and I totally understand that, and I love being at the office. But what they wanted us to do is take stuff home, set up a makeshift office, and taking care of that this weekend. And come Monday, work until at home until whenever the coast is clear, I guess. Kind of makes you stir crazy because 20-some years of going to an office or some type of work, and then before that in college and stuff, working retail, all that, you always had to be somewhere, had something to do. Now I'm at home with the wife and kids, and we have an agreement. They do their schoolwork because, of course, they're at home. My wife's at home. They can't go anywhere. So we'll make it work. My office is in the basement, and I'm hoping to put it by a window so I could open it up and maybe even have a smoke while I'm working. That's not bad. But I want you guys to know that I am praying for all you in the community and around the world, and even other communities I'm a part of in YouTube. I just praying for everybody that, stay healthy. We'll get through this. I'm hoping that, if you're laid off or, just temporarily working from home, I'm thinking about you. We're going to get through this, but I'm praying for you. Praying for a lot of people. A lot of my stories might sound raunchy or silly and all that. They're from life experiences. So my goal is, or what I wanted to tell you was, I am Christian. I'm a Catholic, but Christian. So I do have a good heart and everything, and the whole idea of these stories is to make you laugh. Not all my stories and all my videos will be funny. I mean, like next week, what I'm thinking of doing is bringing down, one of my hobbies is antiquing. Started doing that about 2 years ago, and I have some pipes that I got from antique shops and estate sales and stuff, and I wanted to kind of show you my collection, kind of get into the more into the pipe smoking segments and all that, and I hope you don't mind watching that. I know they're not entertaining stories, but you might enjoy it if you're into the hobby. My goal is to encourage people to go out to estate sales and to the antique stores, and we all have our new pipes that we love too, but sometimes it's nice to see and restore and clean up an old pipe and bring it back to life. And I've seen a lot of that in YouTube and a lot of the community that I'm involved in on forums and in Facebook. It's really cool to see a lot of people bring back to life the pipe and enjoy it. And that's the thing too about YouTube I was going to mention earlier is I was on Buckeye Piper's, or I was commenting on Buckeye Piper last week, and he mentioned something, and I was telling him the one thing I love about YouTube, our community and the other communities I belong to, is the thing about these videos, and I love watching them, other people, is they're like mini documentaries on people's lives, for that day, for that moment. You watch so much TV, it becomes junk. I just like to learn about people and see what they're doing and learn from them, from their tobaccos, the different pipes, to other things, or just what's going on with their day. These are just little mini documentaries on people from around the world, from your own country, from your own community. Locally, you might run into somebody and do meetups. It may be a pipe shop or something, or just meet up like matches, and a whole bunch of people do this. Meet up in a park, or in Halloween, or at someone's house, and make a new friend. I was telling my wife what this reminds me of is back. I didn't have a pen pal, but I mean, my gosh, I'm following people from around the world, and it takes me back to like the 80s when my brother had pen pals, and he would write them letters. They wrote him letters back, and then at one point he actually went out to New Zealand and Amsterdam and visited these people. I mean, that's awesome, And some of us can't really afford that, but this venue, this YouTube allows us to communicate and have a good time. So I just hope you don't mind me going off a little bit on that. I just want you guys to know I really appreciate you, the men and women who watch this video, and I appreciate you if you're coming out and doing your own videos. I appreciate it. It's entertaining. I need that. It's great to learn about you, even at work. I haven't really been able to catch up with everybody's videos. The more I subscribe to other channels, I'm trying, but at work I try to put in my Bluetooth hearing at my desk and just play YouTube and not get busted. I'm not necessarily watching the video, but I'm definitely listening to the stories and tobacco reviews and everything. So I on my end, I really appreciate your videos, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. I only have 6 or 7 now, but today's video, and we're going to get to it, is a funny story. I think it's funny. And to set it up, it's a guy thing, I think, and ladies might understand this. But you ever hang out with your buddies you know, or cousins, buddies, whatever, and you go out and and you rag on each other and have some fun. And if they mess up, like maybe say something stupid to somebody else, not meaning to, you got to jump on that opportunity and humiliate them, friendly, loving wise, but just get them good at that moment. Well, that's what this story's about. So this takes place 20 years ago, I believe. And a group of us, couples, some had girlfriends, most of us had girlfriends, and I would say those who had girlfriends, all these ladies are now our wives, which is the amazing thing. That's awesome. And some of the guys weren't dating at the time. It was decided to take a trip down to West Virginia from Michigan down to West Virginia to do some whitewater rafting. So we got a group together and 2 minivans. Of course, made the reservations, and then the day came to head down on the trip. I would say there were 5 to 6 guys, and 4 had girlfriends at the time, 2 didn't. All of us were, 4 or 5 of the guys were all cousins, and we're pretty tight group of cousins, good friends. We all live in roughly the same area here in Metro Detroit. The other guy, the victim, was dating one of our other cousins, and she was the only female cousin that came with on this trip, but she was friends with our girlfriends. We all been dating our girlfriends for about a year, so they all know each other. We had a lot of family parties, so we're all friends, tight. Well, when we drove down, got into Ohio, we left, about 5 o'clock after work on this trip, and we got to the southeastern part of Ohio to get into West Virginia. It's been 20 years, and I haven't really gone that route. But, we started getting hungry. And the idea was, just stop somewhere really quick. We can run in and grab the food, jump back in the minivans, and just get back on the road. Instead of going through the drive-thru with all the people in the cars and messing up orders, just go in, order what you want, take out, and go. So, the decision was to go to that Golden Arches restaurant that everybody is familiar with. And back in that day, I don't know if all the states or all the restaurants, the McDonald's, were having this hamburger called the Big and Tasty. But this particular one did. Well, we all go in to order, and up the bat was my cousin, female cousin, and her boyfriend, now husband. Well, this was awesome. This is really good. They go up to place the order, and when it was his turn to order, he loves the Big and Tasty. But somewhere in there, what was in his mind and what came out of his mouth was precious, just precious. It was a gift from God, and I'm going to tell you this gift because I want to make sure I deliver this good. He goes up to the lady and says, "Ah, yes, I would like to have the big and nasty. And the lady's like, what? And my cousin's like, what did you say? He's like, oh, uh-oh. And 4 guys or 5 guys, can't remember exactly who was with us, all lit up. What did you say? No. I want the big and tasty. The big and tasty. You know, the number 9, big and tasty. No. No, we all jumped in. Oh, no. You want the big and nasty because you love it nasty. And some of the guys took the road of, how could you say such a thing? You like it nasty? And of course, he's trying to cover. He's bright red. No, I did not mean that. We're like, yes, you did. You love it nasty. Ma'am, give it to him nasty. He wants it nasty. No, I want the tasty. I want to taste the big and tasty. Oh, God, we jumped on him. You can't. When a God gives you a gift like that, you take the opportunity and rub it in. So then our direction, because we're wolves, we have our victim. Now it's time to take out the other victim, our cousin. Oh, he likes it nasty. So we started getting into, God, I feel so bad right now, 20 years later. Oh, we started ripping her. Hey, you guys getting it nasty? He likes it nasty. And so our girlfriends, now wives, stayed out of it. You're like, oh God, what are they doing? So, I hope the story's good because that poor lady behind the counter. Now, granted, we kept our voices only loud enough to affect the group and not the dining area or too many people around us. But you got to take care of that opportunity. I mean, I was always taught, you take advantage of the opportunities that you're given in life. And this opportunity was beautiful. Oh, he could not live it down. The big and nasty. And to try to recover and go in with the big and tasty. Either way you look at it is not good. Oh, that trip was great. We never let him live it down. And we love this guy. Like I said, I'm not giving out names. I don't have permission, and I'm hoping I don't get in trouble for this story if they see this. But even to this day, let me put it this way. It came up either at deer camp or New Year's Eve. 20 years later, this is still a legendary story. The big and nasty. And his introduction to the cousins. Because he's part of the group. And he's having fun. Because you know what? In all fairness, it has happened to all of us in that group where we ended up the victims. And at some point down the road, I'll tell you a story. It didn't involve the whole group, but one of those people in that group got me good at a Dave Matthews concert. And I was bright red. And people were laughing at me. So that story will come way down the road. And I've got a really good wedding story. Oh, man. So I hope you enjoy these stories. I hope you are. I'm sorry that this has taken a long time, but I wanted to go through and make sure everybody's doing good and let you know I am praying for you and give out my shout out and thank yous to all of you and to really try to do my best to tell the story because it was a good one. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care. Have good smokes. And we'll catch you next week. I think it'll be the antique pipes, just to show you something, a short video on some of those. And later on down the road, we'll get back to some funny stories. Take care.